everyone. I'm filming on a different day today. I don't normally film on Saturday. Today's the 26th of January, I believe, 2019, and I'm filming this because I wanted to talk to you a bit about anxiety and the impact it has on me, like acute anxiety attacks, the impact it has on my life. Yes, I'm filming in bed because today has been a really crap day. Basically, I had a sort of night terror anxiety attack thing last night, and it's kind of basically made me practically bedbound for today. Thankfully, it doesn't happen that often, not to this extent. Normally, so I don't really know why this happened. I'm not entirely sure why last night was different to normal. That's a bit of a mystery. I just couldn't get to sleep last night. This happens sometimes. Normally, I always have some problems with sleeping. Sleeping's never natural for me. And, I'm usually, it's my normal to kind of be at least a little bit tired most days. When I'm not tired, it's kind of actually feels quite weird because I'm not used to it. Most of the time, I'm at least a little bit tired, and that's something I just kind of is just my normal. So you don't really know any difference, so you just get on with it. But obviously, it does, no doubt, make me more, say, sluggish and slow than I would be if I wasn't so tired. But this is different. This tiredness is kind of above that. Like I've just basically been in bed most of today. That's really uncharacteristic of me. I'm not usually someone who stays in bed. So this is quite bad because, like, as I say, it's not normally in my character, or not normally in my nature, I should say, to kind of stay in bed. Because even when I'm feeling crap, I try and at least get up, even if I can't go out of the house. So this is quite, not characteristic of me really. So it just shows how bad it is today. As I said, I don't really know quite what happened and why it happened. I just took a really long time last night to get to bed. It might be the weather, who knows. Sometimes the weather seems to affect me. We've had, it's been very mild lately, in this rather kind of sticky, kind of oppressive sense that isn't quite natural for this time of year. It does seem to affect me a little bit. My anxiety levels seem to get a bit higher, whereas when the weather's more like how it's supposed to be in the winter, I tend to sleep better. So it might be partly because of that. It's just quite stuffy, isn't it, and a bit mild. Who knows? It might be that I ate too many spices last night because I had quite a spicy dinner. That can sometimes keep you awake, although not usually to the same. And I might, I like spicy food, but it can sometimes keep you awake because it's like stimulating. So I try not to eat too late anyway. But normally it doesn't affect me to this extent, so I don't know. So I don't know, it might not be that anyway. I don't know what it is, but like I say, it just took me a really long time to get to sleep. And then when I finally got to sleep, I kind of had a nightmare or like a bad dream, very intense dream, lots of adrenaline. It kind of woke me up. Basically, I dreamt I was in a thunderstorm. Lots of black clouds and lightning, forked lightning. It was a scary dream because I'm scared of thunder. And then I woke up out of that by a light switch, I think, being turned on, like that. Just woke me up, or brought me out of that dream because I'm a light sleeper. And I woke up and I was in full panic stations, like my heart was beating really fast. I was sweating, I felt really hot, I had a headache. Proper panic. I haven't had this. I've had this before, but I think the last time I had this bad was probably like over 5 years ago, because I remember all the time. Because thankfully these don't happen that often. And the last time I think happened I haven't had one of these episodes for a really long time, so yeah, I don't know. It wasn't nice. It's horrible. Yeah, because it makes me feel really crap. When I turned the light on and sat up, I calmed down a bit and it went back to normal, because I distracted myself. But again, it seemed to take me for ages to get back to sleep. like ages, and I did finally get back to sleep, but I was kind of like in and out of sleep, and yeah, I just felt really crap. Like, didn't help, my throat was sore as well. That always seems to happen when I'm tired and stressed. Don't know what that's about. So yeah, so it kept me awake for like ages. Yeah, so yeah, I stayed in bed until about 9, but then I couldn't really get to sleep, so I just gave up. And then I felt so tired, couldn't concentrate on anything. I tried to watch a programme, BBC iPlayer. I managed to watch about halfway through it, but then I just need to go back to bed. So I went back to bed and just lay down for a while, but then I had to go up and have my lunch, but I didn't really feel that hungry, or I didn't really have the energy to do what I normally do, so I just had hot chocolate and a slice of toast. That's that's really unhealthy. I don't normally have lunches like that, but you know, I just didn't have the energy for anything else. So yes, needs must sometimes. Yeah. So as I say, just feel really crap, and yeah, I hope that I can sleep better tonight. I'm doing this video really just because I think it's important sometimes to talk about anxiety, because often we don't talk about it. The power that anxiety has over one's life is not to be sniffed at. You know, it's immobilising, it's paralysing. And even when I've had a small, a small decrease in sleep, it really affects me, I think, more than most people, because everyone's affected by lack of sleep. Everyone is, obviously. No one likes not to have slept, and people complain about it, don't they? And they say, oh, I didn't sleep well last night, you know, they get irritable and everything. But for me, it kind of seems to affect me to the extent where it immobilises me. I can't I can't work around it. I think it's probably because obviously with your autism, it's kind of like you have all these issues anyway, and obviously that most people don't have. So then you add tiredness to it, and it kind of becomes complete and utter lethargy, because I'm already tired anyway most of the time, just because of having to deal with autism and all those issues. I think a lot of the tiredness isn't just because of light sleeping, it's probably also simply because of there's so much energy. Just living is tiring. So that's, you know, that's probably a big factor in why I'm tired a lot of times, well, not just a sleep factor. Because even when I seem to sleep well, I'm still tired, so yeah. But like I say, normally it's a manageable tiredness, something I can work around, and I can still carry on doing my usual routines, although I don't have much initiative and get up and go, because obviously when you're tired, that, unfortunately, you know, your brain doesn't work very well, as anyone would, any scientist would tell you. You know, lack of sleep obviously affects your functioning, obviously. You know, I don't know what it's like to be perfectly well rested. Maybe if I was perfectly well rested, who knows what I'd be able to achieve, who knows. But unfortunately, that's not my reality. It just takes a lot out of you. And I think also, obviously, the older I get, and with more responsibilities, it becomes even harder, you know, because I lose even more energy. I have actually written a blog post about it, only a very short blog post, so I'll put the link to that below if you want to check it out. But as I say, do let me know if you ever have these immobilising anxiety episodes. Like I say, thankfully for me, these are pretty rare. The last time I had one of these episodes was quite a long time ago, and hopefully I won't have another one for a long time because they're horrible. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back on form, and obviously I really hope, you know, I sleep better tonight, because it all rests upon that really, doesn't it? You know, it's immobilising. But yeah, so hopefully things will get back to normal, and this is just a blip. Okay, so thank you for watching.